Hi, I'm Dr. Roger Levin, CEO of Levin Group, the leading dental practice management consulting firm. Welcome to our next conversation on permanent game changers in dentistry. This is game changer number 7, which is dentists are practicing longer than ever before. According to the Levin Group Data Center, and because of the recession and the investment markets, the average dentist today is practicing 8 to 10 years longer than would have been necessary prior to the recession. Many dentists today are going into their 70s and not necessarily because they want to. If you want to practice into your 70s, that's great. My grandfather, I'm a third-generation dentist, retired at age 79, but not because he had to, because he loved dentistry. Many dentists today are practicing late into the years simply because they have no choice. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's a permanent game changer because it means dentists have to practice longer, number one. Number two, it's a permanent game changer because it means a lot of dentists can't afford to hire associates, which means there are fewer jobs available for younger doctors. Number three, it's a game changer because dentists aren't expanding the number of people they're hiring because their practices aren't growing at a sufficient rate. And number four, there's an unhappiness factor of practicing when you don't really want to, but not being able to retire. So what can we do about this? Well, if you're 74 and you need another $1 million, you're going to need to do the same thing as if you were 34, which is you've got to turn your practice into a much more profitable business. One of the things dentists don't realize is that in addition to an intense focus on excellent clinical care that we owe our patients, we need an intense focus on profit. And I don't mean greed. It's not greedy when you're 75 and can't retire because you didn't save properly or your investments have not performed well enough. So profit is a major factor in any business, and your focus should be to increase your practice profit. Now, there are ways to do that. Such as cutting overhead, which of course is the responsible thing to do to have the correct overhead. But the reality is that simply going after profit as a dentist doesn't always work. So what we focus on at Levin Group is increasing production. Our brand is increasing practice production through proven business systems. And the reason we focus on production is we know if we control overhead and production goes up, profit's going to go up as well. And the reason we don't focus only on profit is you can try to squeeze profit out of the practice, but there's going to be a point where there's nothing left to cut. But if we focus on the upside, which is growing production, profit's going to go up year after year after year. So my recommendation is to figure out how you're going to increase production. As a great example, we are front-loading into our consulting programs all of the fastest ways to grow production so clients get them right at the beginning because our clients today want to grow as quickly as possible. So we have completed a gigantic project of looking at the 50 to 100 factors that grow production fastest, putting them in priority order, allowing practices that have been flat or in decline to suddenly grow by 15, 20, 25% in a very challenging economic time. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing about Game Changer number 7. I look forward to our last Game Changer conversation, which will be number 8. Enjoy the website while you're here. An enormous amount of free information is available to you. And until then, I wish you continued luck and success.